Hey guys, Prithviraj here. Hope you guys are doing great. So it's been exactly a month since I got my hands on the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. These are beautiful true wireless earbuds, but also at the same time, there's a lot of hit and miss with this particular true wireless earbuds that I'm going to share in this video. So let's not waste any time and get right into it, and you're watching The Adventures of Vesper. Let's begin. Now for starters, what makes the true wireless earbuds interesting, especially with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, is definitely the design. They went as far as making something that's totally interesting from a conventional design if you were to look at the Buds Plus or even the Buds, which has a very conventional design going on, and they branched out into something that's totally unique and totally different, which is the Buds Live. And the moment when you take it out of the case, the first thing you should notice, it looks like a bean shape. And in my opinion, these looks like something that you would see in a Aesop fable or a story that we are all familiar of, which is Jack and the Beanstalk. And these are one magical bean, just that they don't grow, but they grow in sound. And this is an amazing design in my opinion because they stand out for so many reasons. The moment you put it in your ears and the moment when you start walking, people are going to notice the shiny blingness that it got depending whichever color that you get. The white is also shiny, the black is shiny, and even the bronze that I have here, which is pretty shiny as well. And a popular color in my opinion because a lot of people really want this color so badly. So that's where the design stands out. And the best part is that this particular true wireless earbud never gets in the way. Now say for instance, if I were to want to listen to my music, and if I want to wear my mask, it just still doesn't get in between. And if I want to take the sweaters off or put it back on, it still doesn't get in the way or it doesn't fall off because it fits nice and snug. And speaking of the fit itself, this particular true wireless earbuds has a really different kind of fit. Now, as you have seen the videos, in fact, we had to see the video to get it right. So there is a twist and lock mechanism, so you need to slot it in and then push it in so that it sits nice and snug. But the thing is that when I started wearing this, literally right after 30 to 45 minutes, I started having pain in my ear. And it's not a very painful kind of thing, but there was sudden uncomfortableness or a slight and gradual uncomfortableness that came along with it. And so what I did was I passed it along to my friends and made them try and asked their opinion on how exactly it felt. So I literally passed it to about eight to nine of my friends, and including myself, out of 10 people, literally 5 to 6 of us can't get the right fit, and they literally went back to their own true wireless earbuds, which they personally prefer, which is a traditional design. And in that case, this was meant for a very perfect ear fit. And my ears aren't perfect either because it's a relatively smaller ear that I have, and when someone who actually has a perfect ear anatomically, this actually fits them really well. At least that's what I've been noticing lately, and especially with this product. So something that you really should take note of. So if you're really planning to get this because of the design, make sure to go to the nearest Samsung store and see if they have a demo unit. Try it out first before you get one for yourself. If it doesn't fit, fret not. There's always the amazing Galaxy Buds Plus. That is an amazing option if you ask me. It doesn't come with active noise cancellation, but it has a phenomenal noise isolation. Now, speaking of the specification, there isn't much to say because this is a active noise cancellation true wireless earbuds, and we do have all the microphones, the feed forward and the feedback microphones, to make sure that we get the best experience possible. And these headphones have some interesting drivers under the hood to make the sound better. And it also uses Samsung's proprietary codec for it to work really better with Samsung smartphones. Now, the experience wise, let me get the battery life out of the way because the battery life on this is pretty decent. You can get about 13 to 14 hours if you want to use it without active noise cancellation, and trust me, you're gonna use it without active noise cancellation for a lot of time because the next thing is gonna be kind of a disappointment, which is ANC itself. Unlike any other headphones, which is an active noise cancellation headphone we have seen in the past, including my personal favorite and the headphone that always goes with me wherever I go, which is the Sony WF-1000XM3, has a very traditional design, despite it does have a different design overall when you look at it. But it still uses a ear tip for you to put it in your channel to create a perfect seal so that the noise cancellation kicks in. You really have a complete seal and like a vacuum of sorts. So it really does a perfect job in cancelling out the audio with its feed-forward and feedback microphones that's built right into the true wireless earbuds. This also has the same technology going on. In fact, active noise cancellation has been the same for years right now. And the problem is that these are open-ended in-ear headphones. Now, when I say open-ended, which means is that there is no particular ear tip for you to put it for a better seal, which means you're just gonna slide it and put it, and basically it's gonna stay on top of your channel and it's not completely sealed. The moment when you turn on the active noise cancellation on your smartphone itself, that's when you realize it just doesn't seem to work that well. People are gonna go say like, oh my god, the active noise cancellation is on a Galaxy Buds Live, but the thing is that it just doesn't work well. When we tried it in two different settings, basically I was in my room and I just wanted to wear my headphones and listen to some music as I was working or playing some games. I just wore the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live, and the first thing that I noticed the moment I turned on the active noise cancellation, it literally cancels off the lowest of the lowest hums. But the thing is that I was still able to hear my fan noise, I was still able to hear my keyboard noise, which is a Cherry MX Blue switch, by the way, so you know how loud it is. I was able to hear that, including my mom actually calling me that the dinner is ready. So that's how bad this noise cancellation is, because it's just outright bad. And I thought, okay, let's just give it a benefit of the doubt. Let's just go out and try the noise cancellation. To my surprise, I was still able to hear everything. The bus that was going behind me, people walking, people talking in the LRT, and pretty much everything I was able to hear with a slight cancellation on the lowest hums. But that's basically it. So if you're really planning to get this for the noise cancellation feature, you might want to consider other brands. In fact, you really would want to consider other brands. As for the others who are asking, how is the sound quality then? The sound quality is okay at best, because honestly, these are kind of like a AirPod style. When I say AirPod style, it's because AirPod also has a open end in your headphones. So basically these earphones, what they do is they sit on the channel itself, so it doesn't go into the channel like the AirPods Pro or the WF-1000XM3s. And the AirPod and the Galaxy Buds Live are similar in that sense. So basically what you're gonna get is you're gonna put it in your ear. I'm gonna show it to you guys, and it's gonna sit like this. You'll still be able to hear everything around you, and you'll still be able to hear the music. So it kind of creates this ambient sound of sorts, and or a pass-through mode, which you have seen in other headphones in the market. And that's basically it. And once you actually have a improper seal, there's also sound leak, which you will have to face with this one. And if you're somebody who listens to a maximum volume, or say for instance if you set your volume above 70 and above, which in this case there was also sound leak, which we also tested it, and the person that was sitting right beside of me was able to hear that I was listening to Buttons by Pussycat Dolls. So that's basically it. The true wireless earbuds Samsung made, which is the Galaxy Buds Live, is quite an interesting twist to the whole true wireless earbuds that you have seen in the market. Yes, they are definitely one hell of a looker. If you're an audiophile, or simply put, if you are really into audio, this might not be the true wireless earbuds that you're looking for, and you might want to resort to something else that offers a better quality and a better latency. And speaking of codec itself, this particular true wireless earbuds has certain features that's only going to work with Samsung smartphones. So the Samsung scalable codec that we see in this true wireless earbud is going to go work exclusively with Samsung smartphones, and if you use any other smartphone, you're not going to experience it. For the most part, you're going to use the SBC codec or the AAC, and rejoice, Apple users, you can actually use this for your smartphone because it has AAC. But that's basically it. It doesn't have a Qualcomm aptX support, it doesn't have any fancy DAC support, or even closer to a high-res DAC support like what Sony has, which is the LDAC or ADS-EEHX, which is a proprietary technology for them. But LDAC is something that you can see in other DACs that's available in the market, and even in certain headphones. Would I recommend the true wireless earbuds that's made by Samsung, which is the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live? sadly, this might not be the one that you want to get. If you really want to get the Buds Live, I would really recommend to get the Buds Plus, because the Buds Plus offer really good sound quality, which is a complete improvement over the Buds which I reviewed last year. Number two, it has a shark fin tip that's gonna fit really well in your ears, and it's not a perfect ear design, so which means you're gonna enjoy it a lot more. And number three, the noise isolation is already pretty damn good for you to use anywhere and everywhere and still not listen to anything that happens around you. So before we end this video, huge thanks to Samsung Malaysia for sending us the Galaxy Buds Live for this review to happen. If you want to read the full review, you can check down the link down in the description below, where we wrote a complete review on the Galaxy Buds Live and the songs that we have tested and the playlist we have tested, which you can find on our website as well. It's on Spotify, by the way. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, this is Prithviraj signing off. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!